On the 15th of June, 2023, just a few days shy of Father's Day, a crime of unimaginable proportions shattered the serenity of a quiet street in the otherwise peaceful village of New Richmond, Ohio. This quaint village, indistinguishable from any tranquil American suburb, became the backdrop for a deeply perturbing incident. The severity of the offense was such that it prompted the prosecuting attorney to propose the highest bond amount ever seen in the county's judicial history. In this video, we will meticulously examine the factual data surrounding this recent case, delve into the aftermath, and provide updates on the ongoing legal procedures. Moreover, we will make an earnest attempt to answer the burning question that haunts everyone tracking this distressing narrative. What drove the perpetrator to commit such an unthinkable act? Let's embark on this journey together. In the quaint settlement of New Richmond, located on the serene streetscape of Laurel Lindell Road's 1900 block, resided the Doerman family. The family unit consisted of Chad, a 32-year-old man, his wife, 2 years his senior, and their 3 sprightly boys, Clayton, 7, Hunter, 4, and Chase, just 3. Sharing their humble abode was Mrs. Doerman's adolescent daughter from a previous relationship. The Doerman children, characterized by their vivacious spirit, shared an extraordinary bond. They revealed the companionship of their cherished pet, had a shared passion for baseball, and stood by each other's side through highs and lows. On June 14th, the boys found themselves in their element on the baseball diamond, having just concluded their most recent match. Kristen Bennett, who presided over the local youth baseball league, recounted a poignant moment as the Doerman family was about to leave. She observed Chad, the doting father, ensuring his boys were safely buckled in their car seats, a scene reminiscent of countless families across numerous ball fields, a snapshot of everyday life. Yet, destiny had an unexpected turn in store for this seemingly average family. Fast forward to Thursday, June 15, 2023. The day unfolded under overcast skies, with temperatures lingering around 81 degrees, as life in New Richmond followed its typical suburban American rhythm. However, this seemingly ordinary day was about to take a chilling turn. In the waning hours of the afternoon, a teenage girl was spotted frantically dashing down a road, her face a canvas of sheer terror. Her desperate pleas for assistance punctuated the quiet air. Her aim was to seek sanctuary at a nearby firehouse, fleeing from an unthinkable peril. At exactly 4:18 p.m., an alarmed passerby, driving along the same road, noticed the frantic teenager and heard her chilling proclamation, "My stepfather is killing everyone." He wasted no time in dialing 911, turning this otherwise common day into a memory forever etched in the annals of New Richmond's history. The local law enforcement received a chilling broadcast via radio dispatch. A male individual had instigated a violent shooting rampage. Tragically, his own progeny were the victims. In response, officers promptly arrived at the residence located on Laurel Lindell Road. Their initial responsibility was to ensure the safety and control of the scene.
Shooter still on the porch.
Get him right here.
You show me your hands now!
29 and 63 attack that.
Show us your fucking hands now! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up now! Stand up! Stand the fuck up!
EMS to stage and air carrier is going to go ahead and fly whenever any units can advise.
Get your hands out here. Tell number 21.
Upon securing the crime scene, additional deputies painstakingly examined the area, making a distressing discovery. They found 3 young gunshot victims in the yard, all in critical condition and unresponsive. Further deepening the tragedy, the mother of the boys was discovered outside the residence, her hand marred by a gunshot wound, a brave attempt to shield her children. Recognizing the critical nature of her condition, immediate medical assistance was rendered, and she was rapidly transported to a nearby hospital for further treatment. As the investigation unfolded, detectives discovered that Doerman was allegedly the first to fatally wound 4-year-old Hunter by shooting him twice inside the family home. The 7-year-old then fled into a field behind the house, but was pursued and shot from behind by his father. Doerman then approached the wounded child and fired 2 additional rounds. Ultimately, 3-year-old Chase was the final victim, tragically taken from his mother's arms. The community was left reeling from the shocking incident. In an official statement from the Claremont County Sheriff's Office, it was reported that Doerman has been indicted on 3 charges of aggravated murder, following his admission to fatally shooting his 3 sons. Post-interrogation, Doerman was duly transported to the Claremont County Jail, where he was detained without the possibility of bail. Subsequently, he made an appearance at the Claremont County Municipal Court for a bond hearing. A week after the notorious shooting incident, the grand jury of Claremont County brought forth an extensive 21-count indictment against Doerman, encompassing 9 counts of aggravated murder, 8 counts of kidnapping, and 4 counts of felonious assault. The indictment detailed that Doerman had executed the murders with prior calculation and design, even confessing to months of meticulous planning. Despite the gravity of the charges, Doerman maintained his innocence and pleaded not guilty. Recognizing the grim prospects of a successful bail request, Doerman's counsel opted against pursuing it. In the aftermath of the grand jury proceedings, Judge Victor Ardad deemed it fit to hold Doerman without bail. Claremont County's prosecutor, Mark Jacoby, unequivocally expressed his intent to prosecute Doerman.
First and foremost, I want to start out by expressing the deepest sympathy I have for his family, for this unspeakable tragedy. I can't go into a whole lot of facts, all right, because this is a death penalty case, and my goal is to have this man executed for slaughtering these 3 little boys. That is my most important focus right now, is to ensure that they're protected and they're safe. And my hope and wish and prayer is that someday we will be able to find peace. But factually, I've said what I said on the record, and I'm going to stick with that, all right?
Chad Doerman is scheduled to appear in court for a pretrial hearing on July 5, 2023 at 11 a.m. This comes weeks after Doerman allegedly orchestrated a horrifying act, lining up his 3 young boys and fatally shooting them with a rifle. The motive behind the alleged crime remains a mystery, as authorities have yet to establish a clear reason for the tragic incident. In a recent interview with the New York Post, his father, Keith Doerman, expressed his profound confusion and sorrow. He and his wife are grappling with the unfathomable reality of their son allegedly murdering his own children. When queried directly about his son's actions, he intimated he just snapped. There was something going on in his life that he couldn't handle no more. I can't talk to him. They aren't letting me talk to him, so I don't have any answers. You probably hid a lot of stuff from me. Upon investigating Chad Doerman's past, we can glean potential insights from the public record. Doerman's legal history includes a second-degree misdemeanor charge for criminal damage when he was 18, a case which was later dismissed after he compensated $1,136 in restitution. In 2010, he faced charges for domestic violence, specifically for allegedly assaulting his father. However, the case was dropped within the same year due to the absence of the key witness. Further, Doerman has accrued nearly a dozen traffic transgressions, predominantly speed-related, as reported by local news source WKRC. The same news outlet delved into inactive public records, submitting an open records request to the Claremont County Communications Center. The request disclosed that authorities had been called to Doerman's residence on 2 occasions since 2020, excluding a recent incident. Regrettably, the specifics of those prior visits remain undisclosed. In addition, WKLN sent a records request to Children's Protective Services to investigate any referrals, requests, complaints or calls linked to Chad Doerman or his residence. The response was that there were no records corresponding to the inquiry. Finally, a search conducted on the county auditor's website indicated that Doerman is the owner of a renovated manufactured home situated on 3 acres of land, acquired for $75,000. Furthermore, the family's property tax payments are currently up to date. In an essential breakthrough in psychiatry, the esteemed forensic psychiatrist, Dr. Philip Resnick, undertook an exhaustive study of 131 cases where parents had taken the lives of their own children. The results of this groundbreaking research were published in the American Journal of Psychiatry in 1969. Dr. Resnick managed to delineate 5 core motives for such grave acts. These encompassed altruistic, fatal maltreatment, spousal revenge, unwanted child, and acutely psychotic. Altruistic killing, in this context, happens when a parent perceives their child is suffering insurmountably in a harsh world. Fatal maltreatment refers to cases where child abuse or neglect inadvertently leads to the child's demise. Spousal revenge killings are purposeful acts intending to inflict harm on a domestic partner by indirectly harming their children. Regrettably, it appears that Chad Doerman has tragically become part of this category of family annihilators. The chilling Doerman murders have left us wrestling with immense sorrow and a staggering sense of incredulity, with the motive behind this appalling act still shrouded in mystery. As the case progresses, fresh information is surfacing at a swift pace, fostering an anticipation for much-awaited answers. Amidst these unfolding events, we collectively aspire for the truth to surface and for justice to be promptly served.